Thank you for coming to my channel, Compass Starlight. Tonight I am going to be doing a tarot reading. Pull some tarot cards with some oracle cards. So first I'm going to start with the Neon Rider Tarot, and my cards were shuffled prior to recording. There have been things that I wanted to talk about because they've just been on my mind. Certain lessons, what we're meant to be doing right now in this time. So hopefully I will get another video out here pretty soon. I had 3 cards come out. First, we have the Nine of Wands, we have the Devil, and we have the Death card. Oh, this is fantastic. I feel like this is going to come up being in reverse, but we'll see. Just because the art I have above me is in reverse. I don't know how that will come out. I don't know. It was like that. This is fantastic. This is great. The Nine of Wands, the Devil, and the Death card. An end to this oppression, this burden. What is this burden to which there will be an end? This is so good. For me, I'm thinking like a monkey mind. I'm just looking at the Devil card specifically to see if there's anything in particular that is apparent in the art of this particular deck. The one thing that stands out to me, obviously the Devil card, the protagonists, first of all, is a man and a woman, the masculine and the feminine human embodiment, that balance of the masculine and feminine represented here on the card, under the control of the Devil. And in this particular card, the chain is wrapped around their necks. They are bound to the Devil in their thoughts, in their ideologies, and their dogmas. Now I realize what's going on with this card, this deck, so I kind of have to keep them a bit covered here. But if you can see in the Devil's left hand, it seems to be he is holding a wand with a fire, a flame. He is in control of that ignition, that spark, incentive. The word incentive, incendiary, right? The flame, incentive. The Devil is in control. So to have death come wipe out this burden here, and the and the Devil, that is fantastic. Death rides in. Behold a pale rider. Yeah, this is very much a closing. Did I say the Nine of Wands? I meant the 10 of Wands. That is the closing of the cycle. I am sorry, I can hear my cat snoring, one of my cats snoring in the background. With the Death card, there are a few people in here in the card. We have the Death Rider. We have the Pope pleading. We have the Child in wonder here at the bottom, and another individual who it seems can't believe their eyes. But you know what? if we are here in the background. I'm having a hard time with depth perception here, with the imagery. From where I stand, I can see that sun rising on the horizon. It could be setting, but look at those rays radiating upward. This is like the dawning of a new day. The closing of one cycle and the dawning of a new day. Let's see what other cards we might get here. Oh. Excellent. I see the Ace of Wands pop out here. Excuse me, the Ace of Swords. That is clarity. And a couple others. Oh, more than a couple. First, we have the Hierophant with the Three of Coins, the Lovers, the Tower, and the Queen of Pentacles. All very auspicious cards. Go in reverse. The Ace of Swords being potentially an offer coming in. Clarity, nonetheless. Through the Crown. Okay? This could potentially be someone sharing a message with you. You know, a phone call, an email, a text message. This is news, but overall, regardless of the source from which it is coming, and it may very well be coming from within, the call is coming from inside the house. It is clarity. It is information. It is a realization about something that has perplexed you. Or maybe it is information that helps you take the next step in your planning, in your designing phase. And then we have the Hierophant, right? The Hierophant is the next card. The Hierophant is like the ultimate say. This is an individual who is an archetype, knows what is behind the gates, right? The High Priestess guards the gates. She has the Book of Wisdom. The Hierophant knows what is behind those gates, behind those columns. He is also a guardian of that information. But when it comes down to it, the High Priestess is always one to hold the secrets, trust intuition. The Hierophant has this understanding of the paradigms of men. And when I say men, I mean human. The paradigms of human. The whys, the why people do things, the why people are the way that they are, the choices that they will make, because they understand what makes up the character of each individual. We all have archetypes. Recently I saw a reader discuss the 12 signs as archetypes. And of course, if you're going to go by a sun sign and that as an archetype, how does that archetype then fit in to all the other placements in the houses? Because they do all correlate. The Hierophant understands basically what makes a human tick, regardless of the paradigm that they represent or the archetype in which they are standing. The Hierophant understands that perspective, that point of view, that reference point from which that individual will make choices. So as an individual, when we make choices, we go inward and we test our consciousness, our higher understanding, our intuition. We go within and we trust ourselves for those higher decisions. Those big decisions in life. What is going to be best for us? The Hierophant is that aspect within us. The Hierophant gives the ultimate authority on our choices. So with the clarity of the Ace of Swords, we then are able to make decisions with our higher knowing. And this card reading here is suggesting that the decisions we are making require collaboration and teamwork, first and foremost within ourselves. That balance of the masculine and feminine energies. The balance. We must find our balance before making the step forward into agreements, into relationships, into our choices, right? You have to have a sound mind to make a good choice. And if you don't have a sound mind, there's often chaos that ensues. Because if you're not coming from a place of calm and stability when you're making your choices, you reap what you sow. So if you're making your choices and decisions and from a place of chaos, you're going to get chaos as a result. Instability. And these cards are suggesting that first and foremost, you have that balance within. A collaboration within, if you will. And then collaboration outwardly. A partnership. Equal say. Stable, with stability here. The triangle is very stable. Additionally, yes, the Hierophant rules. I mean, he's initiating these monks here in the picture. This is that the overseeing force. So to some, this is grounded in religion as well. There's a spiritual aspect to this card. And here with the three elements, the masculine and the feminine, I'm saying need to be balanced within self and calm in order to make calm, level-headed decisions and collaborations. But additionally, with the three here, this could potentially indicate the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. So there is some symbolism, some symbology. Is that a word? Of religious context here. Then we have the Lovers. Again, the masculine and feminine here in balance. Only this time, instead of being overseen by the devil. Is that right? No, it's this way. Instead of being overseen by the devil, they are being overseen by the angel. So with the alchemizing of the burden represented by the Ten of Wands, any pain that we've experienced, we have a death to that energy. We let go of that pain, of that overruling energy, that bondage to pain, that bondage to burden. Put an end to that. Then we can see ourselves in the position of the Lovers, the balanced equation. Perhaps it's that clarity that we receive that brings us to this point. The Lovers here, the Lovers card, the Lovers is a choice. Grounded in the masculine and feminine, grounded in our spirituality, we can take upon an endeavor. What was the word I said? Where you work with others? Collaborate. Yes, we can collaborate. By having balance within ourselves, collaborating with both sides of self in equal partnership, but also collaborating with the world around us, with the universe, to create and to manifest. To manifest the Lovers, which is a choice. But the next card out too is the Tower. This is the grand shakeup. This is an ultimate destruction to bring this tower down to the foundation so it can be rebuilt again on a firm foundation with stability. What is this tower? This is something you didn't want to have to do. It could be good or it could be bad. In other words, this is something that's coming in to shake up your world. And ultimately, it's for the better, because what was previously standing had a faulty foundation. It wasn't going to last. So we have to take down the structure. When we rebuild something new, you're going to get something that is stronger for your future. But what is this? This could be a surprise, a good surprise. This could be like a new job offer. It could be someone making a proposition of like love and connection. Someone revealing to you that they're into you. Whatever it is, it's a surprise. So if it were a job, for example, it may not be something to which you have applied. It may be something that is offered to you because a friend of a friend knew, heard, understood that you have the skills for the job that would suit the position for which they are hiring. And then finally, we have the Queen of Pentacles. This is very auspicious. The Queen of Pentacles, she has what she needs. She has her resources. She has all the resources she needs on this earthly plane. This is the knowledge and her intellect that she can use in order to negotiate plans, schemes, deals, contracts, anything from thought to material assets. I mean, she has a network, and her focus, being a suit of pentacles, is the earthly plane. However, one asset of the earthly plane is the ability to think intellectually in order to bring forth material resources and material gains. So where it speaks of pentacles, she could very well have the resource of time, energy, where anything that you could think of investing, that Queen of Pentacles has it. So whatever this change brought by the Tower and death will add to your resources, and in that, add to your ranking. Now I just shuffled from the Mantegna Tarot, get an archetype card. This is Upper Heavens card number 48. Card number 48, you can see this card, this angel, a winged angel, holding this sphere. She is holding this sphere, and this is a card of foresightedness. Foresightedness? This is to foresee things. Yes. To foresee the direction in all things. The protagonist holds the sphere that represents the cosmos. This is an ultimate understanding of the way things work, both within, here on our planet, as well as throughout the heavens. This angel understands how we perceive time. This angel understands the cycles and patterns that are exhibited and repeat. And we live in time. We live with cycles. We live with patterns. But there are patterns that we can break, and we can change our perception of time. And actually, I would like to do a video about reality. Here we have this archetype who can foresee patterns, foresee the direction in all things, and you have control over that direction. So, if you want to be the Queen of Pentacles, what does that mean? You have to shift your focus onto the positive, and that is a choice. I have a feeling if you put off that choice, that you will find the Tower comes to shake things up a little bit in your life. But it could be a very good surprise, because if you are like narrowly thinking with blinders on that life has to exist a certain way, you may be pleasantly surprised when things show up for you. The things that you've been manifesting start showing up for you that you wanted to believe in, but you weren't expecting. That's fabulous. And what does that mean? That the higher self believes, has faith, understands, and trusts that this is working out for you. That you've done the work with spirit, within self, to balance out. And that clarity is coming, even if it falls on you like the bricks from the tower. What it is it's breaking the cycle of the devil overpowering the oppression. We're letting go of these burdens. I love you. That's the reading for the evening. Thank you so much for visiting my channel, Compass Starlight.